Guys, how you doing there? Birdman 316 here. This is going to be the comparison film between the West Creek Underdog and the IYV ILS 340. They both have open face humbuckers here. This is going to be a two-part because I'm waiting on the UPS guy to come pick up a defective amp. And I don't want to be sitting down making the whole video. That's why the chair is missing. We're just going to take some measurements with this guy right here. And we're going to compare the thicknesses of the bodies of these two guitars. And I have the SendStar. You can't see the SendStar right up here on the countertop. I'm going to start with the SendStar. Getting my calipers ready here. I know that's a shot, but you can still hear me, I hope. There we go. Alright. 37.2 millimeters. Or 1.46 inches. I figure I better start including both just in case. Now we're going to move on to the West Creek. Take a measurement at the buttocks right here where the controls are. That's where I took the measurement for the SendStar. Make sure this is right here. Yep. This one. 46.6 millimeters or 1.83 inches. Now, moving on to the IYV, which I think the IYV looks the most like a traditional Les Paul than the other two. I'll explain why in just a bit. Make sure we get it right here. Okay, this one. 51.6 millimeters or 2.03 inches. I'm going to pick the phone up and I'm going to show why the IYV looks more like a traditional Les Paul. Okay. Starting with this one here. The body is not full thickness. Now, I'm not sure if the IYV is about to get an actual Les Paul out here in my Epiphone, and we're going to do a little body thickness comparisons there. But for right now, we're with these three. That horn, thumb, whatever, is not right, and the headstock. Of course, you can't really copy Gibson without getting a letter from their lawyer or something. The inlays are different on this one, but it's still a gorgeous guitar. Don't get me wrong, it's gorgeous. Let's move on to this one right here. We're going to skip over to the SendStar. This one is the thinnest body of all the three. Let's move on up this right here. This horn, thumb, or whatever you want to call it, is the closest to an actual Les Paul, and the inlays are different. Move up to the headstock here, and the headstock, you see my little foot there. The headstock's different. It's got like a little arch, like a rooftop. The kidney bean tuner pegs are very similar. Actually, the IYV right here, tuner pegs, and the West Creek tuner pegs are all the same, I think. This headstock here, I'm surprised that they're not getting a letter from Gibson, because all I have to do is put a little indentation right there to be a perfect replica. But being they didn't do that, probably got them off the hook from getting a letter from their lawyer, you know. Coming down the headstock here, neck rather, oh there you go. Trapezoid inlays, just like a real Gibby. And the body looks like a real Gibby, except for that thumb, horn, whatever you want to call it. Now, if this guitar had a horn more like this right here to be more closer to the Gibby. I think they dodged a lawsuit letter, cease and desist, by having that horn with a point on it and not having the book, if you will, open book, you know what I mean? Now this concludes part 1 of this one. We're not going to be playing the the Senstar, because we got covered humbuckers here. We will be playing these two because they have open face humbuckers, and they'll be more the same in comparison. And we're going to hear, does the nickel metal bottom plate on these humbuckers sound different than the brass plates, bottom plates on these humbuckers? We're going to find out. Stay tuned, my friends. Coming right up. Coming right up. Well, here we are back again, my friends. The UPS man finally came and got the defective amp. As you all know, Birdman 316 here again. We're starting out with the IYV ILS 340. 340. 340. Greetings. Oh, there we go. I'll get it right one of these days. Okay, let's just have a small sound sample. It's going to turn on some overdrive here. We're going to turn on the overdrive pedal by Stage Right, Monoprice. Oh, yes. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but anyway, we're going to skip to the bridge. We're just going to get a couple small sound samples. Then we're going to mainly concentrate in the middle position on both of these. the middle on this one. This one here is not out of phase or anything. It's wired, everything's wired correctly because it's stock. Well, sometimes when you get a stock setup, sometimes in the factory, accidents can happen. It's been known that magnets be accidentally put in wrong and everything's wired up correctly, but you still get it out of phase when you have more than one together. If it's all by itself, it's going to be fine. If you put them together, there's a small chance it could be out of phase, but this one's in phase. Check this out. Let's turn the overdrive off just for a minute. Okay, you got a sound sample in with clean with the middle position. We're turning on the Donna Dumbbellization style pedal. Okay, let's unplug this one and we'll get the West Creek online in just a bit. Let me put this in the way, or just put it over here for now. Now you've heard this one right here is lots heavier than that one. I forgot the exact weight of that one, but this one here 9 pounds 1 ounce. This one right here is. Oh. Okay. We'll start off. Let's put on some overdrive here. We're going to do the same pedals. We're starting off with the monoprice to make everything fair. We don't want to, be unfair to either guitar. And here we go. On the neck. Okay, on the bridge now by itself. Oh well. Okay guys, now what we're going to do is we're going to start off with the overdrive on in the middle, then we'll turn the overdrive off, play a little bit clean, then we'll come back with the blue pedal, which is a Donna Dumbleizer there, Dumbleize me man, yeah. Okay, here we go. You might have an idea of what this sounds like. With overdrive, we're going to try it without overdrive, see if you can pick it up. Okay, this one's wired perfectly correctly, but in the other film I told you I took the magnet and turned it around and put it back, making this one out of phase in the middle as long as both are together. But one by itself or the other by itself will sound just like that one. Maybe. I wonder, this would be a great topic to bring up at next Saturday's show. Avery, if you're watching, let's talk about base plates for humbuckers. A nickel metal base plate versus a brass base plate like in that one. Which one makes it sound different and why? What is it? What kind of metal composition, construction, whatever causes a brass base plate to sound different than a nickel metal base plate? On keeping everything fair here, either open face humbuckers or covered humbuckers, and why? What kind of differences are there in the base plate metal structures? So I told you this right here now, just in case I forgot, which I probably will. Anyway, let's turn on the blue driver, Donna Dumbleizationizer. Whoa, yes, it sounds good. Let's go back to the neck for a minute. Okay, guys. This might have been a little bit long, but hey, it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. It's all good. All in the name of education, entertainment. Well, maybe a little bit of entertainment. But it's just to get the difference in out of phase and in phase. And both of them together. And maybe some differences in the tones of the... These are nickel metal back plate, bottom plate humbuckers. Those are brass bottom plate humbuckers. I'm not sure if the weight of this guitar with the density of the wood or whatever like that will play a part in these sounding different notes. That one being a full thickness body, but it's a lot lighter than this one. So, guys, let me know what you think and what you are hearing and the differences between these two. And in the last film, you got the thicknesses of the bodies differently. I'm guessing that's a full thickness Les Paul style body. We're going to get I'm going to get the worn ebony classic Les Paul out here one day. We're going to come back with another measurement. And we're going to see, is that body full thickness or not? I think it is. But the micrometerizer will tell the main thing. It does not lie. But anyway, guys, I want you all to have a great day, have a great night, wherever you are. Always remember, keep rocking. Make the world a much better place. And with that, this is Birdman 316. Sayonara.